38 home renovation mistakes and how to avoid them. Renovating your home can be exciting, but costly mistakes are more common than you think. In this video, we'll uncover the top 38 renovation mistakes homeowners make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Let's dive in. 1. Not creating a clear plan. Many homeowners get excited and start renovations based on inspiration pictures or general ideas, but without a written plan. This often leads to confusion between contractors, delays, and budget overruns. How to avoid it? Before hiring anyone, sit down and write a detailed plan that includes room-by-room goals, measurements, a material list, estimated budget, timeline. Consult with a designer or architect to help formalize your ideas. Use software or apps like SketchUp or HowZ for layout visualization. 2. Skipping permits. Skipping building permits might save time up front, but it can cause serious legal problems later, like stop work orders, fines, or being forced to undo finished work when selling the house. How to avoid it? Contact your local permitting office before any major project. This includes structural changes, electrical, plumbing, HVAC upgrades. Ask your contractor to pull all necessary permits and provide a copy for your records. 3. Underestimating the budget. Many homeowners calculate material and labor costs, but forget things like delivery charges, tool rentals, inspections, and emergency repairs. Projects almost always cost more than expected. How to avoid it? Create a detailed budget and add a 15 to 20% cushion for surprises. Use cost breakdown templates or apps to track materials, labor, permits, furniture, cleanup, and waste disposal. 4. Hiring unlicensed or inexperienced contractors. A contractor might seem affordable, but if they're not licensed, bonded, and insured, you risk shoddy work, code violations, and even lawsuits if someone gets injured on your property. How to avoid it? Ask for proof of license, liability insurance references and photos of recent work, a written contract with warranty terms. Always check online reviews and verify credentials with your local licensing board. 5. Poor communication with contractors. Misunderstandings about schedules, material choices, or finishes often lead to disputes or rework. Many homeowners assume the contractor knows exactly what they want, but they haven't actually said it. How to avoid it? Communicate in writing. Send emails or texts summarizing decisions, change requests, deadlines. Hold weekly meetings with your contractor to review progress. 6. Ignoring the existing structure. Renovating without understanding your home's existing layout can lead to structural problems, water leaks, or HVAC inefficiencies. For example, knocking out a wall without knowing it's load-bearing could be dangerous. How to avoid it? Have a professional inspect your foundation. Review existing electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Determine which walls are load-bearing. Get a structural engineer if you plan major changes. 7. Choosing trends over timeless design. It's tempting to choose the latest colors, tile styles, or fixtures, but overly trendy designs often look dated within a few years and hurt resale value. How to avoid it? Pick neutral, timeless materials for permanent items like flooring, cabinets, countertops. Add trends through easily changeable accents like paint, lighting, or decor. 8. Starting without a contingency plan. Things go wrong. Materials arrive late, weather delays work, or you find mold behind a wall. Without a backup plan, these delays can lead to stress and cost overruns. How to avoid it? Prepare for schedule delays. Pad your timeline by 25%. Extra living arrangements if needed. Flexible work or childcare routines. Have a list of alternate suppliers or tradespeople in case someone drops out. 9. Using cheap materials. Saving money on cheap tile, cabinets, or paint might seem smart at first, but you'll end up replacing them sooner. This can cost more in the long run and create a poor first impression. How to avoid it? Spend on quality where it matters. Cabinets, use plywood instead of MDF. Faucets, Avoid plastic parts. Paint. Choose low VOC, washable types. Ask contractors for options that balance durability and cost.
10. Poor lighting design.
Most homeowners focus on natural light but forget about interior lighting. A room with just one overhead light can feel gloomy, and poor lighting in a kitchen or bathroom is frustrating. How to avoid it? Layer lighting by combining ambient, overhead, task, under cabinet, vanity, accent, wall sconces, LED strips. Install dimmers for flexibility and energy savings. 11. Not considering HVAC layout. When homeowners reconfigure rooms, add walls, or finish basements, they often forget to think about airflow. This can result in hot or cold spots, humidity issues, or blocked vents. How to avoid it? Before framing or closing walls. Review HVAC placement with a licensed technician. Check supply and return vent locations. Consider zoning or mini-splits for additions. Proper ductwork sizing and layout ensures even temperature and system efficiency. 12. Forgetting electrical needs. You may end up with too few outlets, awkward switch locations, or overloaded circuits if you don't plan electrical early. Fixing these mistakes later means cutting into finished walls. How to avoid it? Do a room-by-room walkthrough and ask, where will I charge devices? Where will the TV or appliances go? How many outlets per wall? Update the panel if needed and follow code for kitchen, bathroom, and garage. GFCI protection. 13. Overlooking storage. A beautiful home is hard to enjoy if there's clutter everywhere. Homeowners often prioritize style and forget to build enough smart storage during remodeling. How to avoid it? Look for opportunities to add built-in shelving or window benches. Maximize understair, attic, or crawl space areas. Use wall-mounted cabinets and vertical storage. A custom closet system is also worth the investment. 14. DIY beyond your skill level. It's great to be hands-on, but overestimating your skills in plumbing, electrical, or structural work can lead to dangerous or costly mistakes that fail inspection. How to avoid it? Only DIY what you're 100% confident in. Leave to the pros: electrical wiring, structural framing, HVAC work, waterproofing showers. If you DIY, follow local codes and pull the right permits. 15. Choosing form over function. A gorgeous kitchen isn't helpful if the fridge door hits the island. Homeowners often prioritize trendy designs and forget to test how a space will work in real life. How to avoid it? Focus on flow. Is there enough room to move between counters? Can doors open fully? Do work zones make sense? Test layouts with tape on the floor before building. Think practically, then decorate. 16. Not thinking long-term. A design that works today may not serve your needs in 5 or 10 years. Homeowners often renovate for the present, forgetting about aging, growing families, or resale. How to avoid it? Design for universal accessibility, wider doorways, zero-step entries, flex rooms that can become offices or nurseries, easy maintenance finishes, and energy efficiency. Ask yourself, will this still work for me in 10 years? 17. Skipping a home inspection first. Jumping into a remodel without inspecting the structure, plumbing, or wiring can result in discovering serious issues after you've opened the walls, when it's more expensive to fix. How to avoid it? Hire a home inspector or general contractor to do a pre-renovation assessment. They'll help you spot foundation cracks, roof leaks, outdated plumbing, or knob and tube wiring. Better to plan for repairs early than deal with surprise change orders. 18. Not protecting the rest of the home. Dust, debris, and vibrations can spread far beyond the work zone, damaging floors, HVAC systems, or electronics. Many homeowners fail to contain construction mess. How to avoid it? Use dust barriers like zip walls or plastic sheeting, cover vents and air returns, protect floors with ram board. Clean daily isolate renovation zones whenever possible, especially if living in the home. 19. Changing plans mid-project. Changing your mind halfway through demolition or construction creates delays, rework, and extra costs. It can also frustrate your contractor and lead to scheduling conflicts. How to avoid it? Finalize decisions before starting. Select materials, approve layouts. Sign off on electrical and plumbing plans. If changes are necessary, understand the cost and time impacts and document them in a change order.
Before we get into the top 20, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Found this helpful? Drop a comment below. 20. Not prioritizing key spaces. Some homeowners splurge on cosmetic areas like a fancy powder room and leave kitchens, bathrooms, or aging systems untouched, areas that actually affect comfort and resale. How to avoid it? Put your money where it matters. Kitchen and bathrooms yield the highest ROI. Fix roof HVAC or plumbing before cosmetic upgrades. Focus on everyday use spaces like living rooms and laundry areas. Use a needs first, wants second checklist when planning your scope. 21. Over-renovating for the neighborhood. Spending way more than what similar homes in your area are worth won't guarantee a return on investment. Over-improving can price your home out of the local market. How to avoid it? Research local comparable home sales before planning major upgrades. Renovate to match or slightly exceed neighborhood standards, not far beyond. Consult a real estate agent for guidance. 22. Poor window placement. Windows placed without thought to sunlight, privacy, or views can make rooms feel dark or expose you to unwanted neighbors or heat loss. How to avoid it? Consider orientation. South-facing windows bring warmth, north-facing ones bring soft light. Use window treatments, privacy glass, or landscaping to control exposure. A professional architect or designer can optimize natural light. 23. Not upgrading insulation. Old or inadequate insulation results in higher heating, cooling bills, and uncomfortable drafts. Renovations that leave old insulation untouched miss a key efficiency upgrade opportunity. How to avoid it? When walls, ceilings, or attics are open, upgrade insulation to meet or exceed local energy codes. Use spray foam or high-density bats to improve thermal performance and soundproofing. 24. Overlooking drainage and gutters. Water damage often starts outside with poor drainage or clogged gutters. Ignoring this leads to foundation issues, mold, and landscaping problems. How to avoid it? Ensure gutters are clean and properly sloped to direct water away. Grade soil to slope away from the foundation. Consider installing French drains or downspout extensions if needed. 25. Choosing the wrong flooring. Selecting flooring without considering moisture aware can lead to warping, stains, or rapid deterioration, especially in kitchens, bathrooms, or basements. How to avoid it? Use moisture-resistant materials like porcelain tile, luxury vinyl plank, or sealed hardwood in wet areas. Match flooring durability to expected traffic. Consult flooring pros for recommendations. 26. Low-quality paint or finish. Cheap paint peels, fades, or stains easily, causing premature touch-ups and dissatisfaction with your renovation's appearance. How to avoid it? Invest in premium paints with good durability and washability. Always prime surfaces, especially if changing colors or painting raw drywall. Use finishes appropriate for room function. Example, semi-gloss for kitchens and bathrooms. 27. Overcrowding the space. Filling rooms with too much furniture or fixtures can make spaces feel cramped and uncomfortable, reducing usability. How to avoid it? Plan furniture layouts with proper clearance for walking and movement. Use scaled-down pieces or multifunctional furniture in smaller rooms. 28. Unrealistic timeline. Expecting renovations to finish in a few weeks often leads to frustration when inevitable delays happen due to inspections, supply issues, or weather. How to avoid it? Build extra time into your schedule from the start. Ask your contractor for realistic estimates and factor in buffer time for unforeseen issues. 29. Not considering noise. Ignoring noise control can lead to frustration from neighbors or family, especially with shared walls or open floor plans. How to avoid it? Use soundproofing techniques like insulation, resilient channels, double drywall, and solid core doors. Consider window upgrades to reduce outside noise. 30. Lack of natural ventilation. Poor airflow causes humidity buildup, stale air, and even mold growth, especially in bathrooms, kitchens, and basements. How to avoid it? Add operable windows, exhaust fans, or ventilation systems. Consider installing heat recovery ventilators, HRVs, for energy-efficient fresh air exchange. 31. Installing fixtures too early. Putting in lighting, cabinets, or flooring before finishing drywall and painting risks damage from dust, paint splatters, or construction debris. How to avoid it? Schedule fixture installation toward the end of the project after painting and major construction are complete. 32. No clear point of contact. Having multiple people giving directions or receiving updates causes confusion and mistakes on site. How to avoid it? Designate one project manager or lead contact, whether it's the homeowner or contractor, and communicate through that person. 33. Skipping design consultations. Trying to design alone without professional input can lead to impractical layouts or missed opportunities for value. How to avoid it? Consult with an architect or interior designer early for layout and material advice. Even a few hours can save costly mistakes. 34. Ignoring roof condition. Renovating interiors while your roof leaks or is damaged invites water damage, mold, and expensive repairs. How to avoid it? Inspect your roof and fix leaks or damage before starting interior renovations. 35. Using the wrong paint in bathrooms. Flat or low-quality paint in moist areas peels or stains quickly, making your renovation look bad fast. How to avoid it? Use moisture-resistant semi-gloss or satin paints specifically formulated for bathrooms and kitchens. 36. No timeline tracking. Without tracking progress, projects can drag on with little accountability or clear milestones. How to avoid it? Use a calendar, checklist, or project management software. Hold weekly progress reviews with your contractor. 37. Micromanaging every detail. Over-involvement can frustrate your contractor and slow down progress. How to avoid it? Set clear expectations up front, trust your professionals, and check in at agreed milestones rather than daily. 38. Renovating without resale in mind. Highly personalized design choices may deter future buyers and reduce your home's marketability. How to avoid it? Choose neutral finishes, flexible spaces, and quality upgrades that appeal to a wide range of buyers, even if you don't plan to sell soon. Thanks for watching. Avoiding these 38 renovation mistakes will save you money, time, and stress, and help you create the home of your dreams. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a home improvement tip. Got questions or renovation stories? Drop a comment below.